So how many people get our newsletter? How many people open our newsletter? So something I did this past week, we say almost every Sunday, we do the prayer for protection. And you've heard Judith over and over say, a copy of this went to the moon. So I've looked up the history of this from James Dillett Freeman, and I want to share just a little piece of information. First, I want to give you some information from Charles R. Fillmore, the grandson of the Fillmores, and he says this: "It has been my pleasant, interesting, and challenging duty to succeed my grandfather, Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, and my uncle Lowell Fillmore as the third president. Our work has experienced a steady, if unspectacular, growth for almost a century, and I believe the best is yet to come. Although through the years, strong individual personalities have risen to positions of influence within this movement, none has become dominant, nor has altered our founder's course of adhering to God's truth, wherever or however it progresses. Today, Unity's approach strives to be psychologically healthy, scientifically sound, intellectually challenging, if you were here for July, you know that, and spiritually satisfying. While we seek to adapt and innovate to meet the spiritual needs of an ever-changing universe, I believe that Unity will always be essential, a household of faith. Faith in God as the source of all good, and faith in His Spirit as the one presence and power in all of creation. So with that being said, I'm going to invite you to close those outer eyes, and I'm going to read the full excerpt of James Dillett Freeman's poem for us, the prayer. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me, and the joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me, and the beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. Amen. As we get ready for meditation, take a nice breath in and let go. Another breath in, fill up those lungs and let go. For that divine power of 3, one more time in and let go. And if it's comfortable for you, close those outer eyes. Be fully present here, right now. Feel the energy in the room, right now. Might still be bubbling from the songs, the playfulness. Let that energy surround your heart space. Feel a lightness within your body. Let's start at the tippy toes. If you're able to put them firmly on the ground, feel Mother Earth. Imagine the container, our foundation, firm and strong. We walk. We stand. Sometimes we sit and feel that beautiful support. Let's move up behind the knees. How are your knees? Breathe a little air into them. Imagine them strong and holding you and able to walk forward with great courage. Whatever is in your mind, your heart's desire, you are able to walk forward. not tarry backwards. And sometimes we stand in the awness of what is before us. Have you been to any of these beautiful parks in the area? And you sit on a picnic table and you just look at the water, the reeds. You hear the birds. You see the wrestling. Gator, maybe. Could be that little chipmunk, squirrel, raccoon. So we are able to be supportive in our body, in our mind, that energy field. Let's go a little higher up into the hip area. Let's feel strength in our hips that we're easily able to bend and weave like the willows, like the 200-year-old oaks in Florida. How do they stay strong in the wind? They bend and weave and support each other with their branches. Let us be like that, bending, weaving, fluid when we need to be. And let's go a little higher up into that chest area, that place of deep breaths, protecting our lungs, protecting our heart space. Imagine light around your heart space. If you're a chakra person, it might be green. If you want to see pink or yellow or orange or bright lights, breathe a little extra into that heart. Thank you, heart, for pumping through my universal body. Thank you, heart, for that time and place within my mind space that I can draw in others to love. Thank you, heart, for allowing me the choice of forgiveness, to love myself, to put that holy light within me. Let's travel up to the throat. What is true for you about your voice? Do you use it for good? Do you use it to call out injustice? Do you use it to bring comfort? Our voice is powerful. The words we speak hold power. And you're the great creator of these words. So let's go to the shoulders. Travel that light, whatever color it may be, across your shoulders. Are you carrying the world right now? Are there big decisions in front of you? Roll your shoulders. Give them some movement, gently, softly. Shed what doesn't need to be carried. And let's go up beyond the eyes. Let's go up beyond the inner eyes. That space of creativity. Rising up into the all-knowing atmosphere. That community of one. It's not the outer eyes that we always see with, but that inner eye. The one that sees through falsities. The one that beholds the beauty of each and every person. The one that can release the static if we choose that to be true. So let's come back to our breath. Another breath in. And let's just enter the silence for a couple moments. This is a place you can enter at any time. This is your heart space. This is your place of infinite ideas. This is your God space. Your space of wholeness. The place where there's no judgment, Allow yourself to breathe into this beautiful, energetic field of magnificence. For that is your divine blueprint. For all these gifts we hold to be so sacred. And we are so grateful. And so it is. Amen. And I appreciate the words, the butterflies. Yeah, that's transformation. And do we not need, breathe into that big transformation right now. We need a little peace in this world. We need a whole lot of it. And we need to come together and take care of each other. You know, the words of Jesus, that which you do for others is the least of what you do for me. So when we take that Christ essence within us and say, what is my role? What does that mean to me? Am I following the teachings of where do you show compassion? And that includes your life. That includes loving you too. There has been a comment made for many, many years, you can't love someone else until you love yourself. And I challenge that because there are times I have not been loving to myself. And it has been easier to love somebody else. But in loving them, the gift comes back to me. Yes? So we're just going to open ourselves up for all this loving and playing in the mud. That was great. Thank you. Thank you. I am using A Life of Being, Having, and Doing Enough by Wayne Muller. It is our little book featured in the bookstore. So if you turn the corner and quick left, because you'll be going out the door, quick left, they're on sale, and we'd love for you to take one home. So to prepare for this, besides reading the chapter in the book, I was reminded, I think Judith and I went to a little festival out in Safety Harbor, you know, where the tents are and people have paintings and the really good food trucks are. And we were walking by this one tent and I saw this picture of Buddha. And I thought, well, that's nice. And I walked by, I went, wait a minute. And I walked back over. And I thought, wow, there are so many messages in this picture of Buddha. You see the big hands, the oversized hands, gently, softly, not even quite, touching the perfect lotus flower. And I thought, wow, what does that mean? How does that translate into my world? Holding and yet not touching. Beholding the beloved, yet not touching. What does that feel like? What is that sensory perception like? And so I took it down off the wall in my office and I looked a little closer. And I've seen, and I was very attracted to, at the bottom of the picture is a reflection. And I thought, of course, as above, so below. As above, so below. You can take that in so many different meanings. And I thought, look closer. That image in the bottom almost looks masked. And I thought, wow, how do we present ourselves above? And yet, for many of us, there's a shadowy, mystical, transforming opportunity below. Are we ready to shed our masks? Are we ready to show our vulnerability to each other? And I thought, what is Buddha about? Non-attachment. Doesn't mean you don't care, but it means we, of our AAA personalities, don't control the outcome. Because it is absolutely the journey and not the destination. The reason we are incarnated now here today is what we are journeying together through. It's not about the end goal. Those corporate minds of ours have to let go and say, what are the possibilities of us coming together collectively and creating the next? And are we willing to drop those masks? So I was looking a little closer for the very first time. I noticed this past week, up in the corner are clouds. And at first I thought, oh, that's just nice. Oh, that's just nice. And then I looked a little closer. And to me, there's a formation of an image with a long white beard that cascades over the mountains. And I thought, okay, some of you are old enough to remember George Burns as God. And I thought, that's that anthropomorphic image. But what does it feel like for those of us who want a touchy-feely God? I remember in ministerial school, one of my beautiful partners through so much of the classes, she lost her mom. And she was deeply gutted. She was very close to her mother. And we get all esoteric in unity, and we talk about the God within and all around, and oh, that is so wonderful. But sometimes when you're in great pain, you just want that Jesus of your childhood. And that's what she said. I know we study in and through and all around, and I'm good with that. But today I need my Catholic Jesus. I need to sit in his arms, and I need to be touched and held and comforted. And I thought maybe that's that image, that it's all of it. If we say in unity that God is everywhere present, that means there's no place God is not. So if you need to sit in that chair and imagine yourself as a child in the arms of love, then do it. Do it. What is that image that holds for you? And as you move through the evolution of your soul in these teachings, you might say, I'm just kind of in the clouds. My daughter has accused me about that. She says, come on down, Aquarius, you got to put your feet back on the ground. I love my imagination. I love that it can take me to other places and that I am comforted in the wholeness without it having to be a particular image. But whatever works for you, works for you. When I did this retreat that I've shared with you guys, that I went to Texas in April, and Michael Gott, who is a phenomenal singer, artist, musician, and also a minister, not only Unity, but also Centers for Spiritual Living. So he was playing the piano and singing the song Amazing, that I've brought up to you a couple times. And I thought about the words again. You are amazing. Can you take that in? Is there any little place that resonates inside that you can recognize kind of those superpowers? I am amazing. My cousin and I, seriously, a number of years ago, we went through the Boston airport. We were headed to Ireland. And something similar came up in the Unity Church I was a part of. And so we were scrungy looking. When you go from airplane to airplane and you're trying to get your luggage there, and all you can think about is, I need to be on time, can't miss this flight. She was a nurse. All she could think about is keeping everything clean. All that stuff's going through our heads. And we were a little bit grungy in our travels. And all of a sudden, this kind of thought came to me. Who is your superpower? So in the middle of the gate, as we're waiting for the flight, we both did amazing. And people around us are like, they could have said, I'll have what they're having. Or they could have been like, airport security. So that part about, can you believe within yourself when things don't even seem like they're working? Can you take a little bit of juice, a little bit of credit? You've come through stuff. You might be facing stuff. And I will declare that you are already amazing. And today, if you're not sure if you're amazing, we together are going to make amazing soup. Some of you volunteered or were voluntold. At the door, here's an item. And when the minister calls you up, you will bring forth that item. And on the table is an affirmation. So I will tell people the item that you have, and then you will pick up the microphone. And we know you're amazing, so you can do this. You will turn around and look at our audience, and you will read the affirmation. And we're going to be empowered by the strength of your words. And in a minute, I'm going to ask Rob to put up a slide because the rest of us have a role in this too. And we're going to have something that we say after they do the affirmation. So let me give you a little history of this soup idea. I had gone to Alaska with a group of Unity folks, and it was amazing, as beautiful as you can ever imagine if you've not been, with those beautiful, gorgeous, magical, majestical icebergs, and the animals we saw from the bus were way up on the hill, but Alaska is stunning. Like one of the greatest treasures on the earth that is less touched by mankind than many of the places we go to. So we came back from there, and I said to my little group, 5 or 6 of us, I want to go to the Unity in Vancouver. Now, if you've not been to Vancouver, it also is a fabulous place to go, expensive. So we go to the Unity and we pile in, and I had written to the minister about 2 weeks before this trip and said, ooh, we Unity Atlanta people, we're coming. That minister didn't get that message. He had no idea who we were. I ran up with a great big bear hug. I scared that minister. He must not know my personality. But what I really was impressed by, that day he did something called stone soup. And he had members in the congregation help. I'm rarely a creator of my own ideas. I steal all the time. And I share, so I think I have liberty to do that. So you're going to help me build this soup. And when I was thinking about what is soup to most of us, for most of us, is it comfort food? So once upon a time, it was the traditional chicken noodle soup. And some of us, you might remember cold days or days you didn't feel good, or even today, when the world isn't working and you want tomato soup. What goes with tomato soup? Grilled cheese, number one answer. We could be like on Jeopardy. What goes with a grilled cheese? With tomato soup. Yeah, so, and then, say it again?
Family Feud.
Family Feud, that would be a good one. That would be a good one. So then I thought, well, as I've gotten a little bit older, and I went through that marital bliss, I learned to make matzo ball soup. So we even have someone within our community that was going through a tough time, and my daughter looked over at me and she goes, oh, I got this, because I think I make a good matzo ball soup. All right, Princess thinks she makes a better one. But what we did do is turn up at the house and share this, and every time I've shared it, people who have no idea what matzo ball soup is, they're like, yeah, let's do that again. So the whole idea is that when your world doesn't feel like it's working, or maybe your body doesn't feel like it's working optimally, we do comfort. We bring something that reassures us. So today, we are going to be reassured with creating this soup. In our book, Merton says, all beings carry within them this undeniable hidden wholeness, a deep and luminous fount of inexhaustible sweetness and purity. When Taro was singing about that light that already exists inside of us, we all have it. We all actually have everything we need. We are already amazing. We just forget. A lotus flower that blooms not instead of, but because of the mud. So when I look at this portrait, this painting, and I'm like, wow, the perfection, the purity, the light of a lotus blossom, and it's coming in the depths of darkness. We are already that lotus blossom. I'm going to invite, one at a time, have an imagination like Lucy from Charlie Brown. Remember her little booth, the doctor's in? When we pass the bucket, when we pass the offering, you can put your 5 cents in. So today we are going to acknowledge the magnificence of who we are. And we gather not to fix what is broken, but to remember what has always been whole. In this bowl, we're going to stir the story of our sacred worth. Now, I want to make sure you guys are able to help me with this. Here's the tune. AI, and I created this, the master wonder of AI. Drop it in, stir it proud. We're amazing. Say it loud. Do it with us. Drop it in, stir it proud. We're amazing. Say it loud. So I'm going to invite the first element of our soup up. If you have the small stone, I'm inviting you to come to the front and drop it in our bowl. It's about burdens and shame and self-judgment. Who has our stone? Yes, yours is a stone. So Elsie Jane is bringing the stone. If you will put it in here and take the microphone and read this to everybody. Remember, we're letting go of judgment, so turn around and read your affirmation.
I release my burdens. I am whole and wise right now.
Drop it in, stir it proud, we're amazing, say it loud. And our second one is a pinch of soil. If you had the soil, this represents the groundedness, gritty humanity. Yes, oh, this is so fun. Wait till Halloween. Oh, just kidding. So just put it all in there for our soup. And you can pretend like you're stirring or really stir. And then if you don't mind, here's your affirmation. Oh, look at your ring. Oh, it's so pretty. And she's in red, look. We're color combos.
We planned this.
We planned this.
I am rooted, real, and beautifully evolving.
Oh. All right, everybody. Drop it in, stir it proud, we're amazing, say it loud. The next one is the seed. It's a little brown seed, and this represents your divine potential. Come forward now. Marcella, beautiful, thank you. You can stir it if you want to. Very symbolic. We're making our soup. And if you'll face everybody.
Within me lives a future flourishing. I am enough.
I am enough, yes. Again?
Drop it in, stir it proud, we're amazing, say it loud.
And my next one, the feather. Who has the feather? And the feather is the lightness and spiritual grace. Beautiful. Sandra's stirring with the feather. And if you'll take an affirmation, feather, and use the microphone.
I rise with breath and blessing. I am carried.
I am carried. I am fully supported. Now someone has a dried leaf. Nathan, if you'll come over and put it in the soup, please. Now, if we put water in here, kids would really have fun.
I release and I let go. I trust the process.
I trust the process. What are we doing? Somebody has a red, thin, what is that called? Thread. Come on up. I was going to say fabric. It's not fabric. This is the vice president of our board, so y'all give him a hard time, just saying. Does it smell great? Earthy? Kind of earthy? Very earthy. Yes? Make sure you get the mic.
I am woven into belonging. I am part of the whole.
This is our connection, the thread, our connection. This is also biblical. I just did this because I'm working with the chapter of Matthew. So again, what are we? Somebody has a little candle. This is our inner light. Who has the little candle? Oh, Gloria does. Of course she does. She's one of our prayer chaplains. Always carrying that light.
No circumstance dims my glow. I am luminous.
Of course she is. We all are. Ready? Somebody has a gem, a sparkly, oversized gem. It is our sacred worth. Oh, Reverend Marilyn, of course she does. Like, is there any accident who picks what?
I sparkle with truth. I am a divine treasure.
I am a divine treasure. So now, y'all, you're getting kind of like just saying this because you're saying it. I want to hear it. Like, give me some heart. Ready? Somebody has a little heart, a little tiny heart. Oh, Greg. That's because we're the heart of his community. He's got a big heart. Yes, he does. This is our vulnerability and our compassion. There's heart. Glasses. Action.
My tenderness is holy. I am love expressing.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So this time, say it really softly. Are you ready? Softly. Drop it in. Stir it proud. We're amazing. Say it loud. Somebody has a dropper. It's really kind of a little spray bottle of water. And if you remember, for Easter, we self-baptized. This is the blessed water from the holy fount of Mother Mary in Greece. So if you will spray, 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 spray. This is purification and renewal. And who else besides Peace Patty would pick this? You don't need that one, just a little one.
I am fluid, alive, ever renewing. I am blessed.
So we are blessed for sure. Now I want you to raise the roof. Are you ready? Drop it in. Stir it proud. We're amazing. Say it loud. Woo! Thank you for playing with me and creating our worthy wonder wisdom soup. So I'm going to close with this. Beloveds, come as you are, not as the world demands you to be, but as Spirit already knows you, whole, wise, wildly radiant. You have no test to pass, no perfection to achieve. That spark within you, it never dims. You are already the light of the world, and that light is on always. So lay down the burden of not enough. Lay down that self-judgment. Set aside the stories that you say must earn your divinity. It is your birthright. Within you is already the Buddha, the Christ, the Atman, and Great Spirit. Stir the holy soup of life with laughter, purpose, and power. Our worthy wonder wisdom soup. Know this, you are already amazing, and so it is. Amen.